One reason that I am working so hard to build a grassroots movement all across this nation is so that we have the strength come November 2020, not only to win at the top of the ticket, but to have that kind of on-the-ground power and operation that helps us win up and down the ticket. And that's a big part of how we're going to take back the Senate and expand our lead in the House and take seats in state legislative offices. That's what we got to do as Democrats. I also really have to put in the plug for all the things President can do all by herself and put real meat on that bone. We can start the fight against climate change. On my first day as president, I'll stop all new drilling or mining on federal lands, no offshore drilling. You can start to make a real difference. We can also do it through our agencies. I'm going to have a Secretary of Education who has been a public school teacher, someone who actually believes in public education and believes that public dollars should stay in public schools. So there's a lot to do, and I'm in that fight. But I'll tell you my first legislative fight with Mitch McConnell, if we've got to have it, and that is I've got the biggest anti-corruption plan since Watergate, and people support it across this country. We have a government where the government works for those at the top and doesn't work for anyone else, where big corporations like Amazon and Eli Lilly and others have figured out that they can just invest in government and get tax loopholes. So what did they do last year? They made billions of dollars in profits, paid zero in taxes. That is corruption, pure and simple. And here's the thing. It's not just Democrats who think that corruption is disgusting. It's independents and Republicans. Maybe not the folks who serve in public office in Washington, but people across this country. So here's the fight I'm willing to have. I'm willing to get out there and fight for an anti-corruption bill right from the beginning, to get our Democrats together, our independents together, our Republicans together, all across this country. We get that strong grassroots movement that we build in order to win the election. Keep it alive. Don't let people go home. Keep them in the fight. Get them pushing Washington. At the same time, I'm leading from the White House. That's how we get this government to represent the people. That's how we get this government to do the people's bidding, not just the bidding of the rich and the powerful. That's how we make a real difference. And anybody who's watching this who thinks that's a good idea to get government to work for the people should go to ElizabethWarren.com, pitch in $5, be part of this fight, because it is our democracy ultimately that we're talking about. Mitch McConnell should not be there to block our democracy.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.